All the red dots brought the Bitcoin price way above 10,000. That was a 10x. So 10x, 3x would be very interesting to see that happening next year. And that range, 3x from here would be 300,000 and 10x would be 1 million, which coincidentally is the range of the stock to flow. So it's very consistent. Very interesting times ahead.
Past trends suggest significant Bitcoin gains are on the horizon, with predictions of prices reaching between $300,000 and $1 million. This forecast comes from Plan B, the renowned crypto analyst behind the Bitcoin stock-to-flow model. Recently, Bitcoin reached a new all-time high of $99,800, surpassing its previous peak of $71,000 in March. Typically, Bitcoin hits new price records after a halving event, when mining rewards are reduced and the creation of new Bitcoins slows down. However, this time, the new high occurred before the halving, breaking the usual pattern and signaling increased market excitement. Now we've entered breakout territory. Historical data shows that once Bitcoin sets an all-time high, more often follow, as seen in past bull markets like 2017 and 2021, where new records were set in rapid succession. Plan B predicts that this cycle could bring several more months of record-breaking prices. Stick around for the end of the video as Plan B shares more thrilling updates for Bitcoin's future.
Stop. You don't have time. Don't miss out this 2025 bull run. Educate yourself first ahead of the crowd. We have created the ultimate step-by-step crypto cheat guide that will guide you this bull run. Unlock the secrets of crypto and make smarter investments today. Now by clicking on the link below to get your exclusive copy just under $10.
Bitcoin price. Right now, this dotted line, colored dotted line, shows the highest price ever. An all-time high of $99.8 thousand. That's only $200 short of the 100K. And in fact, if we round the 99.8, we'll get that 100K number. And also the monthly close was a little bit lower at 96.4K, still an all-time high. And last all-time high was in March this year at 71. So that one was a bit special, because normally if we look historically, if we have a new all-time high here, that's after the halving. And the halving is where this dotted line jumps. Same here. New all-time high after the dotted line, after the halving. Here too. New all-time high after the halving. Here it was before the halving. So that was strange. It was, I guess, the FOMO around the ETFs. But that resulted in more than a half a year of trading range between 60 and 70K. We broke out that trading range and we now have a new all-time high. I think this is the real all-time high that's much more comparable to the historical ones. Now, if we look at the historical all-time highs, what you see is that more all-time highs follow. If there's an all-time high, more follow. Also in the last bull market, when there was an all-time high to 20,000, more all-time highs followed. So I think that will be next for the couple of, I think 6 or what months, more all-time highs to come. Now the color in this price chart is RSI, Relative Strength Indicator. It's a technical analysis indicator. And note that I normally use months until the next halving as a color, or the state of the market, bull, bear, as a color. Right now, the color is RSI, so don't mix those two up. And RSI is an index between 100 and 0, and everything above 50 is an uptrend. Everything below 50 is a downtrend. So Bitcoin is usually above 15 in an uptrend. You can see that from the chart. And in bear markets, it's in a downtrend and it's blue. So right now, at the all-time high, the RSI is 75, orange color, 75 orange color here. And so what's interesting is that the RSI shows cycles. It shows greed and fear. It shows overbought, oversold. It shows bull and bear in colors, right? It's red, blue, it goes to red, it goes to blue. it bounces between the extreme numbers, and right now we are coming from a bear market, blue, going towards a bull market of red. And in my opinion, red is next for the next couple of months. Means an RSI of 80 or more, and it will be much like 2021, 2017, and 2013. And you can look at the RSI also as as the steepness of the slope of this price line. So if it's very steep up, it's red, and when it's steep down, it's blue. So I expect the rate of change, so that the monthly return, to increase, and that's exactly what that very high RSI, the red dots, the RSI of 80 plus is. Now, what's also interesting, if you look at the last bull market, the first orange dot was here at 20,000. And then it went all the way to 60,000. So that's a 3x. Same in 2017. The orange dots are here, just above 1,000. And the bull market went way above. All the red dots brought the Bitcoin price way above 10,000. That was a 10x. So 10x, 3x would be very interesting to see that happening next year. And that range, 3x from here would be 300,000 and 10x would be 1 million, which coincidentally is the range of the stock to flow. So it's very consistent. Very interesting times ahead.
Bitcoin's incredible surge continues to capture global attention, with October and November delivering remarkable price gains that have set the stage for what could be a record-breaking December. Plan B, who anticipated these milestones, now predicts that Bitcoin is on track to hit $150,000 this December. His forecast aligns with Bitcoin's historical pattern of explosive growth during bull markets, driven by a decrease in supply, increased institutional interest, and broader adoption. Now, let's dive back into further insights as Plan B elaborates on this exciting outlook.
The moving average is right now 42,000, and that's the average of the last 200 weeks. That's 4 years. Every price, take the average of that, 42,000. And the moving average it acts as a floor for the Bitcoin price in a bear market. So when the color is blue, it usually touches or hugs that or goes a little below that moving average line, and in that way it's a floor. And you could say or ask the question, will we never go above this or below this 42,000 again? I think probability is high that we never go below 42,000 again. Now, if history is any guide, the Bitcoin price will increase sharply from here. Why? It moves away from the moving average. In every bull market, after the Bitcoin price hugged the moving average, it moved away, it diverged from that black line. And that's what we're seeing right now as well. And the question then becomes, how high can it go? Well, the moving average here in 2020 was about 7,000. And it went to 70,000 here. So that's, well, roughly a 10x. In 2017, the moving average was about 500 when the orange dot was there, 500, and then the all-time high was at, say, 10,000. That's a 20x from the moving average. Moving average today is 42. Imagine a 10x or 20x from that. Now, next is realized price. Realized price is the gray line, the thick gray line. It's at 64 right now, 64,000. Realized price is a bit similar to the moving average, but it doesn't equally weight the prices like the moving average. The moving average looks at 4 years, all the prices, average, and all months are equally weighted. The realized price looks at every month and how much Bitcoin transacted in that month on chain of the 20 million total Bitcoin. So if there is a month with very high volume, the price of that month is, or day or hour, depending how you look, that price of that high volume month is weighted more heavy. And that's why you see a different pattern in the realized price, because in bull markets, it increases faster than the moving average. And in bear markets, it's flatter than the moving average. And that means that in the bull markets, there's more volume. And in the bear markets, there's less volume than normal. And that is very consistent with the general feeling that people have in bull markets. Everything is FOMO and crazy. And in bear markets, nothing happens and it's boring. Bitcoin is boring. And the realized price is very, mirrors that value very well. Now, as you can see, the realized price started moving up quite drastically, and that's the signature of a bull market. So we just woke up from this couple of years boring flat period and are now increasing sharply, like, for example, here in 2020 or here in 2017. I expect more rise of the realized price until it knicks it and goes flat again at the top or near the top of the next bull market. But until then, I expect the realized price to increase sharply on large volume, because that's the reason why it increases that sharply. Now, stock to flow, that's the dotted line. And by the way, please take a look at my website, which has the original articles about stock to flow that I wrote in 2019. You'll understand my viewpoints even better if you read those articles. Contrary to the moving average and the realized price, which look backwards in time, stock to flow looks forward in time. So the target for the 2024-2028 average is about $500,000. And I must say all models are wrong, of course, but some are useful. Models are simplifications of reality, and thus are by definition wrong. And you should not focus on the exact outcomes too much, and more on the logic and reasoning of a model. For example, this stock to flow model. And stock to flow says if an asset is scarcer, then it's of more value. So scarcity drives the value, all other things equal, of course. And thus the halvings are very important, because the stock to flow ratio doubles in the halvings, and the value should increase as well. That's what the model is saying. So the halvings are very important. And the other thing is that you can compare stock to flow of Bitcoin with stock to flow of other assets like gold and real estate. And that's something that you can't do with a lot of other models. But this one is sort of cross asset model. So in the chart, the dotted line, the stock to flow line, shows stock to flow of 500k. It shows those jumps around the halving, the seasonality of Bitcoin, and you would expect that the price after a jump, after a halving in model value, that the real Bitcoin price follows. And that's exactly what happens after the 2012 halving, 2016 halving, 2020 halving. And right now we had the 2024 halving. I expect the same will happen this time. Obviously there is a lag between the jump in model value and the market that has to adjust the prices over time, and of course there's inertia in the market.
As we've observed in previous bull markets, Bitcoin's price tends to move sharply away from the moving average. With the realized price already rising significantly, the momentum is incredibly strong. Bitcoin's scarcity, combined with the upcoming halving event and the stock-to-flow model, suggests that the sky could be the limit in the months ahead. But what are your thoughts? Do you agree with Plan B's analysis? Why or why not? Let us know in the comments, we'd love to hear your perspective. For more Daily Dose Crypto news, check out these 2 awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.